Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in. Hi, my name is Magic Pumpkin and I'm going to give you a tarot reading today. It is a group tarot reading and it is for Taurus season. Now I know what you're thinking when this video goes live. We're still in Aries season. We're still on Mercury retrograde. I understand. Take your time. I'm putting this video out earlier because perhaps there's some information in here that you would like to set up for Taurus season. Also, this is just how my schedule aligns because next week's video is going to be for the full moon in Scorpio, okay? So don't mind that. This is not a pick a card. This is going to be, like I said, a group reading, and then there's going to be a pick a card though at the end. It's not initially like a pick a card, just we're going to do the group reading together, and then at the end of it there'll be some oracle cards you can pick. So if you're really into that, stick around to the end of it so you can have some opportunities to kind of customize the reading to get your own personal message at the end there, okay? I do want to still, say this again. It is a group reading, so please, don't try to force anything to fit your narrative, to fit your story. If it doesn't make sense, it just doesn't make sense. It wasn't meant for you. It was meant for somebody else watching the video. I just like to always put that little disclaimer out there. If you always want like a more personalized reading, you can book me on my Ko-fi right here. Everything's always in the description. I would love to, be able to do a reading for you, okay? Let me think. I think that really covers it. This video is coming out April 9th. You should be seeing it on April 9th, and Taurus season starts April 19th. So happy birthday to all the Taurus babies out there. If you are a Taurus baby, let me know in the comments below so I can wish you wish you a happy birthday, okay? Okay. Also, let me know what you think of this video. I'm doing a spread that's pretty normal, kind of what I used to do. I changed it, just made some changes a little bit to it, but I think it'll be really great. So let me switch the screens and we can get started. Okay, Spirit, what do we need to know for Taurus season? Oh, also, I'm just going to put this out there as well. This is not something like these focuses, these challenges. It's not to be done like on day one of Taurus season. This is supposed to be for all season. Something to keep in mind. It could be something that just needs to be left alone, something that is going to be challenging you so you can be better prepared for it, or you need to change your focus. You need to shift your focus into these focuses so that you can have more abundance, prosperity. We'll find out obviously more details when we get into it, when we actually open the tarot and like get some answers, but I just wanted to put that out there, okay? Okay. Where is our primary focus? Where should it be? One, two, and three. Okay. So we've got the Two of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Chariot in reverse. The Two of Swords, you've been having to make a decision. You've been having to make a lot of choices. There might be a big decision coming up for Taurus season for you. This has been plaguing your mind, and it's been driving you, kind of like waking you up at night. When you go to sleep, you dream of it. You don't feel very divinely guided. You're looking for guidance. You want someone to take basically charge of the decisions that you're about to make. You want someone else to make the choice for you because you don't feel like your choices are potentially like, you don't feel like you're making the right choice. So like you feel like you're going to make the wrong one and you're going to suffer for it, and there's no going back and fixing it. So this could be a very, very, very can I say very anymore? This could be a very like life impacting decision you have to make. However, we don't need to rush into it. Also, when things feel like they're getting derailed with the Chariot, you can always put yourself back on the right path. There's always lessons to learn, and there is ways to go about and fixing it. Now, normally when we see the Two of Swords, the person has like a bandana, I'm trying to think, like cloth, their eyes are covered basically, right? Because it's based off of your intuition. If logic isn't helping you, intuitively, what does it feel like you should be doing? For some of you out there, this is not really even based off a decision, or you need to make the choice to take better care of yourself, meaning going to bed early, staying hydrated, taking care of your health. Some of you, this is mental health, you need to seek professional help with, or you need to be on the right path of taking care of that. I'm just going to put this out there. Never use tarot readings to address your health, but it can make you aware of it, to be like, you know what, if you have the availability to schedule that appointment, perhaps you want to look into it, okay? The Chariot is mostly about having control over willpower and discipline. To take chaotic energy, I'm gonna put it up right, to take chaotic energy, because usually we see this staff with the Magician, and it's like from like rising it as above to ground it so below. But the Chariot is very calm, it's very secure, it's very much protected, and it's able to take those ideas, take that and put it down a path. However, this is about leaving your comfort zone. For some of you, this choice is about leaving your comfort zone. And I say that because usually, and you can see it right here, it's usually like easier, but we got a nice big pumpkin in the background. You can see the kingdom, something that's built, something that was supposed to be like everlasting, and you're moving away from it. You're choosing to move away from it versus staying into it if you want to get out of your comfort zone. And if Taurus is a fixed sign along with Aquarius and Scorpio and Leo, and so being able to embrace change is not necessarily a Taurus's greatest asset. They do like a lot of the fixed signs like things to be comfortable and stable and consistent, which with some aspects is very much needed. You would love to know that consistently your money is coming in, consistently you are protected, consistently your health is doing great. Like, you would love to have that, right? But sometimes things need to be changed for the betterment. Sometimes you do have to break that cycle to grow even more and have more of this abundance. Now, this is Cancer energy with, the zodiac sign of Cancer. With the Chariot, it's associated with this one, and Cancer is associated with the home, with protection, with domestic life, security. So, because usually this is like home on wheels, in the sense of like, usually we have like someone I don't know what's called over the Chariot. It's usually like a cloth. It's just like, I'm thinking like, what do they call them in a sports car? Like how oh my god, like when the roof comes down. I can't think of the word because Mercury retrograding. My mind's a fog. But this is usually like someone who's able to leave that comfortability, because home is where the heart is. Wherever they go, they feel protected. They are cool, calm, and collected, and they're able to move on. You may not be, but that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Let's find out what greater challenges await us, though, during Taurus season. What's going to derail us from this? Five of Cups. Too many. Do that again, since nobody flipped upwards. Nine of Wands. So we've got 2 9s, which is already bringing us a bit of Hermit energy, a little bit of that Virgo energy. As soon as I said Virgo energy, the Knight of Pentacles makes an appearance, and I associate Virgo energy with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? And now it could also be addressing to Taurus season as well, and Capricorn, or Taurus and Capricorn. But personally, I do associate the Knight of Pentacles with Virgo energy, okay? So some great challenges. So I know most of people are very familiar with the Five of Cups. It is like spilt water. It is spilt opportunities. Something like you turned over and boom, they just spilled over. You're just like, you could have lost, grief, losing a job, that sort of aspect, emotional distress, things that are just emotionally draining to you. We do have a vampire in this card, so it could be like an emotional or a energy vampire has been sucking the life from you, and you haven't either had the time or the choice basically to focus on these 2 new possibilities, because we need to physically we have to take our way and turn around, see these other 2 opportunities, and realize now we're no longer bothering with these other things. We're no longer bothering things that were stagnant, that were taking away our focus. We're going to focus on things that only have potential for growth. However, this is another representation of being extremely tired, extremely drained, not getting enough sleep, not having enough energy to take action, where then you start getting very irritable. You can be feeling very irritable during the season because things might be moving at a much slower pace than you intended it to. Now, this is a challenge. This tells me more a definite challenge of where you want to be on track, where you want to be more like in a road of victory and being able to get your willpower. This is having an issue with discipline. Okay, so for some of you are changing things up too frequently. And it could be when you lose something, you just shift to the next new thing versus dealing with things you already have, like in your back pocket. Like you already have this, you've already been working on something. You are making the choice just to start anew again versus staying consistent with something you've put a lot of work into. It may need some changes, some updates, what doesn't, but that doesn't mean you should throw it all in the bin. But when you versus something that's like been taken from you, that's been lost. The Knight of Pentacles can also be a person who is slowing you down. It is a court card, so it could be a representation for some of you who's like someone who's dragging you behind. And I say that lovingly with the Knight of Pentacles because the Knight of Pentacles is the most hardworking, in my opinion, the most hardworking card in all of the tarot, okay? They take things very slow and they win. They usually always win whenever they want because they'll take more time. They have more patience. They have more consistency. Even though it'll take them longer, but they will then like get the benefits of it all, that prosperity. So having that patience may be very much like some of you are like, I want to be on the path and I want it now. I want it to be speedy. I don't want it to take time. Like I want to go viral. I want, to be huge, have a huge audience, so much clients overnight. And it's like, we need to take into consideration, you need to have better daily routines because that Virgo energy in here is a planner. It is a planning energy. It is initiating also like self-care. Why I bring that up, because I see these two cards into here, because you're burning so fast during this season. You need to learn to take it slower. You need to learn to embrace these routines as like a good consistency, have a good planner at hand, and then make adjustments. Sometimes you're not going to check everything off your list, and that's okay. You know what, you shift it to another day or realize that wasn't important enough. That can't be, like, your day's too packed with other meaningful things. Sometimes meaningful things, just being able to have this hermit mode activated of being able to be alone, having solitude. You need that to be able to rest and recharge. Not talking with people on social media, not creating content, not, going out with people for either just social hours, for business meetings. Like, you need to be able to have those moments just to yourself because that's very important to your well-being. Okay, what can we invite into our life? Okay. We have the Three of Wands. Right off the bat, for some of you, embrace travel, embrace change. 2 to a 3, taking baby steps in Taurus season. Get taking it slow. We have another 3 right here. We got 3 and 3. We've got Empress energy, Hermit energy lurking in the background. The Empress is trying to tell you these growing pains that you've been going through, it's because, how do I put this? Like I like to say with the Empress, it's like labor pains. Life is grown from that. It's sometimes a painful lesson, but with those lessons come great change. This hurt needs to start healing. You're going to start seeing the wounds with this 3 of Swords energy, but the swords are falling out. Because no longer are you compromising. No longer are you putting your needs last. You're taking care of yourself. You're ready to see how far you can go with these daily actions, wands, actions, you're ready to see a new day shine. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which I associate with Gemini energy in particular, which both of these are Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury. So Mercury retrograde, just keep in mind communication. Just keep that in mind. Taking things slow because you don't want to have miscommunication happen. Excuse me. But with this great patience that you're learning to bring in, it will get you further. I also get the feeling with the Knight of Pentacles for some of you, as you're trying to write out your plans, you will be like, oh my God, aha. Now, some of you as well, while you're trying to do planning, maybe planning isn't your strong suit and you need to seek you can go social media. I know there's a lot of planners that you can use to help you. There's free guides, there's, things that can help you get your plans written down. How do you do daily tasks and everything like that? There's streams you can join. I always host a co-working stream. If you ever want to come in and you want to do tasks, you can write your tasks in chat. There's a bot that tracks it, and we have timers set up, so you work, you take a break, you work, you take a break again, and then we unwind with some games at the end of it. So that might be more of inspirational for you, someone who comes in and saves the day in that sense. With the High Priestess energy lurking in the shadows as well, we see that too again. That too is inviting you to think about intuitively how to do things, how you want to be spiritually guided, and also sitting down, taking your time to absorb this information. There is a bit of solitude with the High Priestess as well. She's just chilling there. She's not in a hurry. She sits in her emotions. She talks with the moon. She sees into the great beyond, into the veil. She's ready to step beyond there. And that's where your mentality is too. But it feels like it's blocked when you're stressing out a lot. And a lot of you, like I said, there could be areas of grief. Or I also get the feeling when we see these court cards kind of very closely next to both of these cards here, there could have been, we were talking about an energy vampire before, you were always giving up parts of yourself to that person. You were always giving up your healing to that person, your priorities to that person or that situation. And now you're learning again of, instead of focusing on them and what they want to do, focusing in on yourself. Where can your ideas take you? Where can this inspiration, this new thought? It's like someone taking one sword out of here and then the whole thing crumbles, and it's going to hurt. It's going to be painful, but you're going to get through it. A new day will shine, and it's like you're riding your horse now into the next stages of your life. So Taurus season, overall, before we bring in oracles, overall, as a summary, obviously there's a lot of healing in here. For some of you, it's going to be choosing that path of healing. You cannot be forced onto it. No one can force you to doing that. You have to choose it. You have to see what you have lost and know that they're gone. It's lost. You cannot drag it back to you. It is lost to you for a reason, so that you can turn around and see these new opportunities and how far it can take you. You need to open your mind during Taurus season more than anything, and just see all of the possibilities and potentials that lie before you, and pick and choose small little steps for consistency. Okay? And it all begins with one thought. One shift of your mind, and these changes will start unfolding. So this is what you want to really as your primary focus. Obviously, never forget self-care in the sense of, doing the responsible things of going to bed early, having meals set up, making sure you know what you're eating for the day, and what do you need to do to set yourself up for that. For some people it is as easy as making a to-do list because you love checking it off. For some people you need to have access help for this. You need to realize, where do you fail in this, what part of the line here do you fail in? How do you prepare for this and have it successful? Is it because you're taking on too many things at once, so you need to wind it down and only take care of a few things and pick three primary things of your life that you really want to make sure you have nailed down to your routine, okay? And you may need to sit there and really think about that. You really need to make sure it's something that you're going to be, like some stuff you have to do for self-care is not glamorous. It is not bubble baths. It is not chocolate cake. It is sitting down, taking care of your bills, your payments, and trying to figure out your debt situation. But that is not something you have to sit down and do every single day. You're not going to sit down and every single day go through your debt and come up with a game plan. You can do revisions on it, but you're going to be able to sit down and realize you have a problem with it, and maybe you need to seek a financial advisor. Perhaps you need to sit down and actually get it all on paper one day, and the next day you're going to take care of how you're actually going to pay this back. You're going to go, you're taking it step by step. It is that slow process of the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like once you get that foundation really set, really good, and you're feeling in a really good, comfortable place, things are going to take off for you. Okay, you'll be able to start and having your actions. Okay, we're gonna push everyone over, and now we're gonna do some oracle cards. Now for the oracle portion for Taurus season, so for this one you can pick 1, 2, or 3. You can pick, actually we're gonna do pick a card stuff for all of the oracles. Let's see. So you can pick 1, 2, or 3. You might have seen that. I'm going to switch the camera. But there's your little hint for number 1. Okay. We have 2 and we have 3. Actually, I didn't see what it was, so I just saw the camera flash it, so hopefully this is a surprise. But if you picked card number 1, communication. We were talking about that earlier. We have another 2 here. How do you communicate what you need to the universe? How do you communicate better to yourself what it is that you want? But communication is a primary focus for you. It may be something that you need to be doing better with communicating, because maybe you're holding a lot of stuff in. So when someone's like, hey, what's going on? You're like snap and attacking them. But it's like more because you have a lot of things bottled up. You have some things you have to say and you want to get them out. If you picked number 2, stimulation, and we have a little bit Aries up in here. I realized you couldn't see that, but a little Aries, a little fiery energy into here, some chili peppers. You really want to have things going. You want things to stimulate your mind. You may be feeling very bored nowadays, and you might hit boredom in Taurus season because consistency and routines are not something that you very much align with in it. So you need to add something to your routine that stimulates your mind. It stimulates you, and that's why for some of you it is travel. It is like, it could be planning to travel, right? Planning for it and not compromising on where it is you want to go. This could be something that you've been wanting to do that you think can help heal your heart. All right, so if you picked number 3, you picked hope. You got some hope in here, and we have a little Taurus symbol in there. Also because we had Pisces over here, and I know that is not water. So anyways, but we have hope. We have hope in me. Some of you need to be holding on to hope a bit more, having more hope for the future. Having more hope is going to be a focus for you. It may help you feel lighter, and it's never too bad to be hopeful. But you just can't rely on just hope alone. But it never hurts to be more hopeful about your situation, okay? Instead of putting something off, like when we're seeing this, when we see this loss, hope that there is something better for you. You just have to see it, okay? And remember, I know it's not very particular what I'm saying, but when it's cups like that and we're seeing 2 opportunities, it's something that really feels like filling your own cup. You're able to do something that brings you so much joy and happiness, rest and restoration. It's finding those aspects as opportunities to really further your development. Okay, so this is the next deck. Pick 1, 2, or 3. and this time I remembered. But you can pick 1, 2, or 3. Need one more. Take the card from the bottom of the deck then. Those two flipped up, so let's flip them back down. Okay. So if you picked number 1, we have Cloak and Dagger Deception. Now, Virgo and Gemini are here, so perhaps that right off the bat you're thinking of someone with those elements. We do have a Cancer symbol up here too, and the High Priestess is associated with moon energy, which rules over Cancer as well. So we're heavy on those type of signs. If it helps to trigger someone that you're like, I'm thinking of, and they happen to have that, it could be implying that they may be showing you deception. There could also be, because we have the Knight of Swords and communication, there is deception with communication. Not too weird, like it's not too weird to see that combination during Mercury retrograde. But, and I'm not implying that if you picked 1 here, you also picked 1 here. I'm just, it sits underneath there, so I kind of think of it that way. But this could also be deceptive energy that you're holding for yourself, telling yourself lies, like you cannot longer do this, and you need to kill that deception here to seek, you know, for some of you, like, it's more hope. Also, we're seeing like the swords here. This could be, like I said, during Taurus season, deception that you find out about that could be heartbreaking, but it is painful, but you're going to heal from it, okay? If you picked number 2, we have the spell is cast, let it go. Whatever you've been worrying about, some of you have to give that to Spirit. Give it to Spirit. Do your spells, do your rituals, and be like, I've done my research, I've done my part, I've done everything I could. It's stressing me out now. I'm letting it go. Letting it go. Just like when I was saying, for some of you putting this routine together, you may be adding things into it that just don't make sense for you. It's too huge of a change. It's not going to be impossible, but you gotta do more bite-sized pieces. Okay? If you picked number 3, we have the spirits, respecting spirits. This could also be tied definitely to that communication card. You need to leave offerings to the spirits, show thankfulness. You know, I was thinking also because the Knight of Swords right here is about communication. We don't want any deceptiveness coming from a spirit that is unwelcomed, or spirits that are upset with you because you haven't shown, you know, gratefulness or thankfulness for someone like you're asking, like you're working with, but you're only taking, you're never giving. So do keep that in mind, but just respecting spirit overall, respecting the spirits. I usually just kind of see this more of like, you know, you can leave like a glass of water out. You can just say thank you. You know, you can just communicate in that way and be like, I'm thinking of you, don't want anything, just want to say my thanks. And if you do a specific thing, like if you're like, I always ask for protection, for abundance, prosperity, for love, you know, more romance, that sort of stuff, or inspiration, creativity, like make sure you say, like, you know, you can customize that, obviously. Be like, I'm so thankful for the creative ideas you help inspire me to do. Something as simple as that, just for acknowledgement. Okay? And then we're going to do the Secret Garden. We switch scenes again. And you can pick 1, 2, or 3. One just flew out of it. 1 and 2. And 3. Here we go. Had a look at that. That was just gonna fly out. Okay, so if you picked card number 1, you have this one, which is Wallflower. Look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. In these cracks right here, you are going to find opportunities. You're going to finally breathe that like fresh air and be like, wow, this is something new. This is, you know, invigorating, stimulating, if you will. But Wallflower, look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. Okay, if you picked number 2, you have Play. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. So some of you need to have that play time. You need to unwind. I think as you're going to be stressing, if you pick this, like if you're going down the line of 2s, you could be very stressed out. I think a lot of people do hold on to a lot of stress. And for some of you, stress is only relieved once you've solved the problem. However, once you've solved that problem, do you take also the time to relax, to play? You've solved this. Pat yourself on the back, say congratulations, thank you, well done. You deserve a little treat. You deserve some playtime. Okay? All right, and if you picked number 3, you have rest. Slow down. You don't have to solve everything today. I'm just talking about that. I feel like these two, it's rest and play, very, very close to each other. But resting, like I said here, very high stress situations. This could be a stressful season, so make sure you make time for rest and relaxation, okay? All right. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, share it with a friend. Every little bit helps me, and I truly do appreciate it. Even if you drop some like little heart emojis in the comment section, it really does help me, and I'm really grateful for it, for the support. If you like my reading, please subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitch, where I'm actually, it's right here, Magic Pumpkin right there on Twitch. Everything's always linked in the description box below, including how to also book a private reading with me. I've got some spreads that are short and sweet, and then I have my normal commission page, which is just under the readings tabs, so you can book more of a style reading of just like this one. All right, thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful Taurus season. Hope to see you for my other videos that will be coming out live later for the full moon, the new moon, and anything in between. All right, I'm gonna start putting out a little bit more content, but I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are at, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.